I love this keyboard, but unfortunately, it's not as durable as I would have hoped for. I have already worn out two of the keys on this keyboard. The E key, so picking up items, is significantly harder to do, and the F key, so there will be no Fs in chat. But because Razer made the keyboard that I wanted them to make, fixing it isn't going to be that difficult. In fact, if I wanted to, I could just take this tool that they provided, take a switch that I've got on hand, pop it out, put a new one in there, put the keycap on, and we'd be good. But this is GreaterThanPie. And in general, I like to really roll things a little bit more custom than, well, this. So I decided, since we already are going to be replacing some switches in here, why not give it the works? Why not replace the switches outright and put in a new keycap set? And why not make this an even more RGB keyboard than Razer did? I think this is gonna be quite exciting, and the end result might be a bit illuminating. So let's get right into it. Hello and welcome. My name is Wolfie. You're watching GreaterThanPie, and today we're gonna be modifying a keyboard, specifically my Razer Black Widow 75 version. Was this the V4 or the V3? Something like that. It's got a complicated name, but it is the Black Widow 75% with hot swappable switches, which is why this is all going to work today. Now, my goal for this build was very, very simple. I wanted to either keep or expand the RGB capabilities of this keyboard, because that is the selling feature here. You see, Razer Chroma is its own special RGB ecosystem that just works, and it works across multiple different devices. My entire gaming setup revolves around using Razer Chroma to sync my PC and my keyboard, mouse, and sometimes mouse pad and RGB lights all together. And it creates this really awesome coherent effect that just works. And unfortunately, if I were to upgrade this as I would any other custom keyboard, I would be using a solid keycap set because, well, they sound better. And not having the specialized shine-through coating works to deepen the sound of a keyboard greatly. But I'm not entirely sure this isn't going to sound good because I've never used it before. These are from Glorious, and this is a polychroma RGB kit from them. And the poly in it is polycarbonate, which I am fascinated by. As somebody who's built several keyboards, polycarbonate plates are actually not bad sounding. I actually have one of my favorite keyboards. So I'm kind of excited about that. The other thing that we're changing out is these switches, which I did hand lube these switches. These switches are also pretty new from Drop. And the reason that I went with them is when I first unboxed this keyboard, I said that it felt like they were trying to imitate specifically Holy Pandas. But they're not as high quality as Holy Pandas because, well, the Holy Pandas have ever failed and, well, these have. So I wanted Holy Pandas. And Drop came out with this variant, which is a pack of clear Holy Pandas. Now, Halos arguably were also clear, so I mean, what's the difference between a pack of clear Halos and a pack of these? I'm not entirely sure, but as long as they feel and sound close enough to Holy Pandas, I'm gonna be, well, happy. Now, oh, interesting. It does look like Gateron is the manufacturer of the actual bottom housings, and I can tell that because it's on the packaging. So that's interesting. Now, Drop does have a weird relationship with the Holy Panda switch because the original Holy Panda Franken switch was actually made up of a Drop Halo stem and a different body. And so in many ways, Drop's Holy Pandas are the closest Holy Panda that you could have licensed because it was two different switch companies altogether. So they do make solid switches. I've used them several times and I know that they're going to have the right feel. And since I already lubed them, it's gonna go pretty quick. So let's just go ahead, take all these old dusty keycaps that are covered in crust from me using them off and put the new ones on after we switch out all the switches. So there was a slight change of plans. I actually ended up switching to a slightly different keycap configuration because, well, the shine throughs are really cool, but they didn't quite look right on some of the larger keys like the spacebar. If the keyboard were actually made to shine through that, then it would be no problem. So what I did was I actually used the black Razer keys and the white polycarbonate keys. And I gotta say, it still sounds pretty freaking good. Overall, like, didn't really change it all that much. So it still sounds good. It still feels good. But I do kind of want to talk a little bit about the bigger problem here. And that is, well, Razer. You guys made the keyboard that I wanted you guys to make. And the fact that I could fix it was because you made the keyboard that I wanted you to make. But you guys need to be better on the QC when it comes to your switches. The fact that I ran into this problem and then I kind of have held this video back, waiting to see how the community reacts, to how the community fares with this problem. And the fact that I ran into it and the community members of this channel ran into it means that this is a problem. Your keys are wearing out too quickly on this keyboard. And I know they're a brand new switch for you, but man, is there a problem there? And your QC should have caught that. Unless this was like a freak accident. It could have happened. But that's beside the point. You guys have had an issue with keyboard switches in the past. And now it's at least fixable. And I can continue to use this keyboard. And if this were a traditional Black Widow with those switches that have that problem, I wouldn't be. It's like, I love this board so much, but that is a problem. You guys really need to do better. I just hope that something like this can get caught in QC next time. But overall, the fact that this is upgraded is beside the point when compared to that. Now, the upgrades, they worked great. They sound great, and it looks great. But that is where I'm gonna end it today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, consider giving a like, maybe comment, subscribe. I honestly try to keep my videos very positive, but the fact that a lot of our community has had problems with this, it's not great, and it doesn't look good on anybody. So I really hope to see you guys in the next video where maybe we'll take a look at a different keyboard or maybe something else. You never know. It's GreaterThanPie. We do what we do with tech. So I'll see you there. And yeah, I don't have any videos. Wolfie, out.